Yo, what it do? DrDandruff is in the building, man. Hey, it's crazy. We got a crazy Friday right here. I told you, motherfuckers, man. I had this week set up. It's gonna go crazy. But you know what we gotta do first? We gotta get into the intro, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it.
Coming from a land where no one gives one fuck. It's the Dr. Dandruff Show with Dr. Dandruff.
So ain't nobody praying for me. I'm on your head.
So you didn't need nobody to kill nobody. You better beat your ass up and down the street. You want to find that you get out. You cannot go there.
This is a podcast about news, relationships, child support, and everything your long nipple baby mama can't fathom. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Dandruff.
Run from me, right?
Hey, what it do? What it do? DrDandruff is in the building, man. Crazy, crazy Friday, man. You know, comedians always have a special place in my heart, man. Especially this gentleman right here, man. This guy right here. I met him a couple years back. Since then, my boy's been on the grind. Excuse me. Since then, my boy's been on the grind, doing his damn thing. You know, trying to turn one thing into two things, get money in a few ranks. So without further ado, man, we got my boy in the building, y'all. Y'all give it up. Show some motherfucking love for my boy right here. Julio G's in the building, y'all. What it do, dog? What's up? What's up?
Wayne? How we doing, brother?
I'm doing great, brother. I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? So, can we just dive in right into this interview?
Let's get into it, bro. Let's get into it. People want to do this.
On some real shit. On some real shit. So, I mean, for those that don't know you, where are you bred? Like, where are you from?
Bro, I came out of San Fernando. When I started comedy, I was in San Fernando. But by this time, I lived many places, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's why I started my comedy grind right there.
Okay, so San Fernando 818 in the building, y'all.
818, yeah.
Hey, give it up, man. That's some real
In
shit.
the city of, dog. Not the valley, bro.
Not the valley.
The city of San Fernando.
City of San Fernando, man. Always showing love on some real shit. That's where I just migrated from.
Oh,
you know, Woodland
yeah,
Hills. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to migrate, get up out of the rich area and come to you know, a hood near you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, buddy. That was my first house right there, bro. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
That's where I started the game right there.
Okay. So, what sparked the flame in you to be like, you know what? Hey, who are your influences first and foremost?
I mean, in the comedy game, I always respected the hustles of like the tops, you know, like Kevin Hart, Louis C.K., and especially Gabriel. Gabriel mentored me without even knowing it, because I would watch all his steps and just be like, yeah, bro, why reinvent the wheel? This guy discovered something dope.
Right.
So that's where the parody shirt, you know, idea came from, because I would look at his website and see all his shirts on there, and he had a bunch of parody shirts. Like the fridge Raider was the Raider logo.
Oh yeah,
and then
yeah.
his face. So I was just like, bro, all right, I'll do a parody shirt. And I jumped on the phone with the homie. Shout out to Pug out there. And I jumped on the phone with the homie, bro, and we were looking at a bunch of logos. We just saw the Subway logo, and he goes Subway without even thinking about it. So I just jumped on Photoshop, made it right away, and within year one of starting comedy, I was already selling the shirt.
Damn, so 1 year, that's all it took for Subway.
Yeah.
You gotta check the shirt out, man. On some real shit. Just lean back a little bit. Bam, Subway. Y'all motherfuckers, hey, get your merch, man. We're getting ahead of ourselves, though. Some real shit.
Yeah, we got thongs, everything.
Damn,
yeah, that's right.
thongs.
Ladies, tell that special someone to eat fresh, you know.
Hey, what about a thong for a gentleman? Like, you know, I don't have a foot long, but I might have a 6-inch. You know,
you need the ones with the pouches, bro. Yeah, right now they'll be hanging right now, bro. You probably have the things over the frames, you know.
Damn. So okay. So you like Fluffy? You like Kevin Hart? You know the main hitters and
yeah. The main hitters are like the main ones I saw in the work attitude that they had. I mean, the fact that Louis C.K. can do a special every year and have it be a dope hour, like that was amazing to me.
right.
And Kevin Hart, like his quote was, "Work so hard that when you tell somebody what you do, they won't believe you."
Damn.
And that was some true stuff for me, because I had a full-time job, and then I would still do comedy on the side. On top of that, I had a t-shirt business, and then a Photoshop.
Okay.
I mean, a photo booth business.
Oh, like Photoshop.
Yeah.
I
mean, I used to do Photoshop. I mean, that's how I did the logo and all that stuff. I learned that when I was young, bro. Yeah, I went to adult school. It's funny how everything you've done in your life all comes together to make you that dope person.
That's
You
real
know?
facts, dog. That's some
Yeah,
real
bro.
shit. And you want we go through this long life, tribulations and shit. And you wonder why.
Yeah.
And then when everything just starts coming together, you're like, this is what I'm here to
Yeah,
do.
bro. You find your answer later.
Mhm.
But everything I went through as a younger kid, like I was making t-shirts as a younger kid. I was a hustler, bro. I was
Hell
making
yeah.
t-shirts selling them to the party crews.
Damn, my boy was
Yeah,
slinging gummy
bro.
bears
Yeah, bro.
in the
Yeah.
playground, huh?
Yeah. My teacher would freak out sometimes. He's like, why does your shirt say security? You trying to rob a bank, are you?
That motherfucker try to blend in, y'all.
Bro, yeah, I would do whatever I can. Like I always knew I didn't want to work a 9 to 5.
Okay.
I knew that as a little kid, bro. I don't know if it was watching Married with Children or seeing the way that fool came home. I was like,
Go
don't
to
tell me
hell
that's
when
my
I go home.
music. Yeah, horse and carriage, bro.
That's what's up, man. Hey,
I
shit.
just knew, bro. I didn't want to do that, and I was into a bunch of stuff, you know. And then
Okay.
finally, comedy. Comedy is what hooked me in. It was a Christmas party I was at, and it was
How was the crowd?
bro.
Not to cut you off.
No. It wasn't even I was performing. I was
Hmm.
just at the party and at the table. I was just making everyone laugh. Like
Okay.
that was not new to me. I didn't know how, but I knew how funny worked. You know,
Right.
like I knew if I said this at this time or called that back, like I
Right.
knew those things, but I didn't know them at the time until I got into comedy. But that was my waking moment. These women were like, "You should do it. You should do it." A couple of them were waitresses at a comedy club. By this time,
It was
I
the
was,
waitresses, y'all, that
bro,
sparked the flame.
yeah, beauty inspired, bro. There were music at that table, bro. Yeah,
Real talk.
and they just told me to do it, so that just gave me the push. And then once I did it, I was hooked.
That was
I was
good.
hooked. Yeah,
Man, I mean, because for me, I mean, comedy is a way of life.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be funny off stage. It's not
right.
just, oh, okay, well, let me program this in my head and just get up there and make people laugh. If you're funny all the time, then it's effortless. Like, it's not even work for you. Like,
Yeah, because I mean, those people get it too. I am Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, bro.
okay,
I
well,
can, I can,
nice
I
to
can
meet
hit
you. I'm
the,
Dr. Dandruff.
I can hit the stage. I can hit the stage and be a totally different person than what you see right now.
Damn.
Like that's the actor comes out, or like the character, that
The persona.
that energy.
Yeah.
You know, it's a different vibe.
It is a different vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing what you're doing, man. Since I met you about 2 years ago, you know, with
Mhm.
rest in peace, my boy. Also, man, you know what I'm
Also,
saying?
bro,
Like,
yeah.
also, you're always in our hearts, man. That's some real
Love you,
shit. You know,
brother.
if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met this gentleman. That's some real shit. But what I was trying to get to is like, since the 2 years that you know, first met, I see your grind, my boy. You are moving. What was your pivotal moment when you're like, you know what? Hey, was it the transition to Vegas?
When I quit my job,
Mm,
that was the moment right there.
right.
Yeah, bro. I had the worst year of my life, followed by a car accident.
Oh man,
Like a 19-year-old kid almost took me out.
damn. Drunk
And
driving?
and yeah, he was drunk driving, bro. I was at a red light. He just turned the corner doing 50, and there was no way he can turn the 45 angle. Hell, he just ran
Fuck.
straight into me. All I heard was turn
Damn.
around. Ah. That's
Damn.
it. He moved me over 3 lanes, and luckily he just banged me up. Like he hit the engine. If you would have hit the door, who knows?
Yeah, you probably would have been fucked up
Yeah,
more.
you know what? I kind of wish everybody can almost have like an almost dying experience,
Mhm.
because I mean that kind of woke me up.
Yeah.
And then there was like sign after sign saying go out there. I asked my job for time off to go see my sick mom.
Right.
They denied it.
What?
They said, "Nah, we need you here."
Damn, that's sad.
And that let me know, like,
They don't give a
what?
fuck about
Why
you.
am I living this life, bro? Like I didn't even want to live this life, bro. I didn't even want to work. Like I would rather struggle and then go do comedy.
Right.
That's what I would rather do at this point. But
Because
once
you're
I,
gonna struggle. Like,
yeah,
I mean, comedians always struggle in the beginning, you know. So
once I realized at the end of the day you're a number,
yeah,
and I was like, hell,
like
I'm
the paper
done.
don't stop for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not even with your mom dying. You know what I'm
bro.
saying? That shit is so foul.
I love saying it this way. I wasn't listening to my heart. I kept listening to my head to keep me safe.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, this fucker owns a house.
That's right.
This guy owns a house. This guy's just a roommate, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
For real, man, you can't let him talk you out of what he says. And I say that to people just to spark something in you, bro.
Right.
You know, because that little change, that little 1 degree change can change your life completely. Completely, especially after a long
Massive.
period of time. Yeah, 5 years, 10 years. That 1 degree can leave you acres from where you used to be. So that was my moment right there when I put in my 2 weeks. And then I always say the brain will talk you out of greatness if you let it. Because it gave me fears, bro. It gave me worries. It gave me concerns, and most of them didn't come true. The ones that did, it wasn't even as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
So if you let it, it will talk you out of greatness. So I said, always pick with your heart and let him figure it the fuck out.
that's some facts,
Bro,
man.
yeah,
Y'all listen to your, hey,
ooh, that was.
listen to your heart. Intuition is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's
that's
a
the
reason
truth.
you're getting this message, and you keep denying it. You keep denying it, and then that's when I was into depression. That's when I was into all the bad stuff. The only my saving grace was I didn't talk about it publicly.
Okay.
You know, because Facebook will remind you. They'll remind you. A year later, bro. Remember when
This is what you were doing a year ago.
Remember when you were crying, bro?
You were drunk to oblivion.
I'm telling you. So that was my saving grace right there. Is that I kept it. It was an internal battle, but I realized that at the end of the day, perception is reality. So I decided, regardless of what happens, I'm gonna go for it. So I literally sold everything I had, bro. Businesses, everything, everything to take this shot. I was like, I'm just gonna bet it all on me. You know, the first time I sold my house, I invested into companies, I invested into all these other things so I can make enough money outside of work that I can leave it.
Right.
But they would all fail.
Mhm.
And what I took from it was my lesson was, don't do it. What do you love? And I'm like, well, I love comedy, bro. If I can do comedy full time, I wouldn't want to do anything. And now I live that life.
And comedy loves you, man.
Bro,
That's it.
now I live that life.
That's what's up, man. I gotta
Yeah.
get. Hey, this is inspirational for me. I'm over here, like, you know what I'm saying. That's just. I mean, it's real talk. You know, we just gotta we gotta listen to our heart and see the signs. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. Our mind can talk you out of greatness.
Oh,
You
hell
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because people are afraid to change, or sometimes you just gotta get that push.
Yeah, bro.
And it's a risk.
Dude, this is my favorite thing to say is when I quit my job, it felt like I was gonna jump off the cliff without a parachute. But then I realized I got wings, bro. And I'm flying now. I'm not even gliding down to the bottom. I'm flying. It felt like there was some moments, you know, when I first quit my job, like my mom's car broke down. Right? So I bought her a new one. I used one. You used one.
It was new to her. That's what's up.
Hell yeah, bro. It's still a flex, bro.
Hey, flex on that motherfucker.
But bro, I was able to do that because I knew something was gonna happen. I knew that you know what? Yeah, it's a chunk little gun, but I know I'm gonna get.
But it's well needed.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta help mom. You know what I'm
Believe.
saying?
Oh yeah, bro. That's what I mean. That was a conversation I had to have with her too. It's like, you know what? Like, this job is the only reason I can support you right now. And if I leave and I only do comedy, I mean, I reduced my life down to. I used to have 3 bedrooms and all this space, bro. I had a room for sitting, dog. You know,
Flex again.
Hey, bro.
I had a room for sitting, bro. My homies weren't laughing no more. Hey, that was doing that, dog.
Bro, I turned it into a boutique, bro. I had all the Subway stuff right there. Like
a shrine,
bro. Yeah, like it was all this space, and then I moved into a converted garage. Well, first, before that, I was on a couch for 3 months, which a couch I was used to since I was little, bro. Yeah, I was used to. I forgot beds existed
and now you're
for a
on
while.
another
dog.
couch.
Yeah, now I'm on another couch, bro. But I gotta sit up. No, yeah, and then after the couch, I went into the converted garage. Once I got the converted garage, that's when I quit my job.
Right.
You know, it was like $600 a month. Out in the desert, bro, Apple Valley. Shout out to my boy Josh, man. Shout out to my boy Bobby too, bro. They're the ones that helped me out, you know, because I mean they won't take credit for it, but I was like, bro, if I didn't know, like for sure I had a place, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, because
you
would have to go on another plan.
I would have let him talk me out of it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got a place, I got no excuse now. And I went for it.
Damn,
and bro, now I'm making the most money I've ever made in my life.
I love it, man. You deserve it, dog.
And bro, and it's doing what I love, what I wanted to do. Yeah,
beautiful.
Dog, I realized that this thing can sabotage you. So you know, flex on this, and then you can learn to love and hate anything you want. Like shit, man. I know you remember in the beginning, but when I first started comedy, I was like 360 pounds.
You were, yeah, you were heavy.
Yeah, I was bigger than also.
Damn, you were also bodyguard.
Yeah, bro. You used to call this before and after.
For a product that didn't work.
Bro.
But it worked for you. I mean, nigga, you look great, you look healthy, you look
Yeah.
happy and shit.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
pulled up in a
that's
brand
what
new
it
car.
is,
I'm not gonna say what kind of car it was, but my boy is doing it, man. And it's inspirational, man, just to hear your
Bro.
story and
Oh,
see
man,
how
thank
far
you.
you came, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
Because
you.
if you can do it, anybody can do it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, don't give yourself
Yeah.
an excuse, man. Everybody should do what
You
they love.
you got to go through the midnight.
Right.
A lot of people get stuck in the midnight. They think, the sun's never going to rise, but it'll rise, bro. And then after it rises, midnight will come again.
Right.
That's why I love saying is that people's biggest problem is thinking they shouldn't have any.
Oh, shit.
This is life, bro.
Shit, we
It
deserve
comes with
everything.
this. It comes with problems, but the more you handle, the stronger you get.
Real talk.
And that's the thing that's been pushing me and driving me. And bro, it's been a blessing.
Man,
Yeah.
you're a blessing to me, dog. Just you
Yeah.
even coming to the studio was just crazy,
Oh,
dog. You know what I'm saying?
thank
Like, I appreciate you so much, dog. Like, and as far as the car accident, did you have like PTSD? Did you suffer from trauma? Like,
no,
I don't want to drive no more.
I
Like,
went completely the other way. By this time, I was a beast at controlling my mind.
mhm,
I like a workout. I on purposely think good stuff
right.
because bad stuff will creep in automatic,
Mhm,
and that's because you're used to it, right?
right.
But once you start flipping stuff around, yeah, I was good. You understand? Like I already lost so much by this point,
Mhm,
and then that happened, and then after that happened, the pandemic.
mhm.
So then I lost confidence. Like on top
Damn,
of that, bro.
I know,
Like I
'cause
was at
you
the
can't
lowest
perform. Yeah,
low.
you're like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah,
what did I
bro.
do?
Yeah, that's when I realized, like, I hate this. I don't even want to do this. If it wasn't the comedy, I wouldn't put up with it.
Right.
It's almost like if I get to pet this dog, I'll let the snake bite
Damn.
because I love this dog so much.
Right.
But then I was like, what the hell am I doing, bro? This makes no sense.
Damn.
So I just cut the snake out, bro. I killed it.
Was it a black mamba?
It was, bro. An anaconda. Bro.
I'm glad you did it, dog. Because that's a little
And I
shit.
didn't
You're
want
flying,
none.
baby. You're flying.
I'm flying, bro. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so I said that I released myself, bro.
Right.
And then once I went for it, yeah, things happened, but I learned. I love saying this. Once you pick the life you want, any problem is a lesson. Any failure is like a workout.
Right.
It makes you stronger for the person you decided to be, bro.
Damn, that's facts.
Yeah.
My boy came in here with all kinds of affirmations.
Bro, these things
I love it,
push me,
dog.
drive me. Yeah, that's why I say this thing's a workout. Every time I repeat these things, it's a flex. And I get stronger and stronger and believe it. Now these become my automatic thoughts.
Right.
Because I forced them
Positivity.
to. I forced them to. You had them, bro. It's all programming, right?
Right.
From what they say.
They're
From like,
downloads. You know, you're
yeah,
doing it. You downloaded them.
from 2 to 7, your kid's downloading how he's gonna be.
What's up?
And until he realizes he can upgrade the download,
There you go.
then he'll stay in that person.
That'll refresh it.
Oh, bro,
Refreshing it
yeah.
always works.
Like you right now, you're moving things around, you're getting all this stuff. That's what people need to learn that they can do with their own life.
Beautiful.
They can be the engineer of their own life. You know what? I don't like this tweak it. I don't like that do that. But you lose it. You lose your time now to things that wasn't around 50 years ago. Like the phone, the internet, the things we're on right now.
Yeah.
You can lose your time to this. And every day is a decision, bro. People don't realize this shit because life doesn't have a deadline.
Mm-hmm.
There's no ending point. At work you do. That's why you get stressed.
That's why you clock out.
That's why you get stressed. Like work has a deadline sometimes. Hey, you gotta get this done by this time. And then some people wait till the last minute and then get it done.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's me.
Wow.
Right? And I know that. And life does not have a deadline. So there is no last minute moment. I cannot start forever and then regret it at the end.
See that?
And I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I learned
Failure is not an option. I gotta go all in.
pain and pleasure, bro.
Damn.
They pull you or they can back you up. So you gotta learn how to use them.
Facts.
Yeah. We'll go after pleasure. I mean, we just want to have fun.
Depending on how the bartenders or the waitress
bro.
look.
I mean, we just want to have fun. We just want to feel good. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes we all do it in the wrong way. I mean, me included.
Yeah.
But the self-awareness, Self-awareness is the main muscle that kind of like forced me all this stuff. Is that you got to be real with you. Number one, number one, be like, yeah, I know I'm not gonna do it. And then, my favorite stuff,
Oh,
man.
that's my boy, man. Positivity
Listen.
is everything. This guy right here, man. I'm
Listen,
telling you,
dog.
man. This is a whole other side of you, dog, that I love, dog, what you do. Like, just your inspiration
Thank
is
you.
crazy, my bro.
Yeah.
You're just not a comedian. You're
Yeah.
just a great soul.
Oh,
Like, on some real shit.
And I try to throw these messages in there in my comedy. These are a real part of my jokes now because I needed to make it funny, man. I realized that if you can give somebody a dope way to remember it, like they'll stick. They'll stick. Like somebody told me a long time ago, like if you spell socks,
Right.
man, SOCKS,
SOCKS.
Spanish, SOCKS.
Like, what the fuck is that?
SOCKS, right?
That is hilarious, dog. I never thought of it that way.
Bro, but that will stick with somebody's head. So me, if I can do the joke, I joke around about it. I got a cousin, always bitches about his problems. You don't fix shit.
Is he real or
He just no.
Okay.
In my head, I am my cousin, bro. That's how he's real, man. Like I am my cousin, bro. I mean, a lot of the times, man, and I don't want to say it's a bad thing, but the game changed when it became real. When Richard Pryor went up there and he talked about his real life. Well, that's when the game changed, right? Because it was the pioneer of that. And I'm kind of like in a mix between. Because if you look at somebody like Daniel Tosh, right? He can make this crazy story, right? It doesn't have to be reality. And I'm just kind of like in this middle. I'm just kind of in this middle where I'm just like crazy story mixed up with the reality, and all that becomes out as a good message at the end. Somebody can get the joke and then hear a little truth behind it. Like that, I was forced to do that when I came to Vegas. That's my one saving grace to Vegas is when I came to Vegas, the people I had in front of me were so strong because they're doing comedy plus. Homeboy goes up there with the guitar, bro. He gets the whole crowd to sing along. I mean, they're like, watch the mouth. Like he'll get the whole crowd to sing crazy stuff. Bro. Yeah. And there's this energy that comes with that. And then the second homie goes out there and he's doing splits. He's doing handstands. And then he's messing with the whole crowd.
It's like a comedy freak show.
Oh, yeah. And then at the end,
different.
I come up. And when I came up, I was like, I can't just do dick jokes. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just come regular comedy, bro. Yeah, so I was just like, it's going to be the funniest TED Talk ever, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I do like stuff on relationships. I do all kinds of stuff, bro. And I just make funny ways to just kind of compare these little things. Right. Like I love telling men that they're the detectives in this relationship. It's your job to solve the case, bro. But that makes her the criminal.
No time.
And the fugitive. One of the criminal will lie to you under investigation,
Until the first 48.
Oh, it's true. Like, hey, what's wrong? Nothing. Everything's great. You get the detective team, bro. You're like, I don't believe you. Trust that.
Sherlock Holmes.
Trust that, bro. I drop all kinds of gems. I say, never listen to what a woman's saying. Try to figure out what they meant. There's a difference. And then my great example is you ever made a decision and your lady goes, are you sure? Yeah, like when I told her I wanted to speak with other people, she's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yes, yeah." Yes. Nah, I'm fucking with you, bro. But that's the perfect example right there because she doesn't care if you're sure. Right. You made the wrong decision. That's
like, give me a heads up, man, that you agree with it, and then I do it, and now we're in shambles. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's the comedy I get to do now because of this place. Because they were doing comedy plus, I was like, "Wow, okay, I got to do comedy plus this message." Right. How did that come into fruition though? Like, I mean, you're still out in I always wanted to. You're on the couch. Listen. Conversations that you have with yourself can lead to changes in your life without you knowing it. Because now you're running on a subconscious level. Beautiful. I told myself I want to do motivational comedy.
Oh,
I never started, I never sat down, I never wrote it, I never did it that way, but I always told myself that's what I want to do. I want to be a motivational comic. I want to be able to have people go, yo, I'll pay 300 for the nosebleeds because I need to hear this.
real talk.
You know what I mean?
I need to hear this today.
Bro,
Real talk.
dude, it's a shower. It
It's
makes you feel
inspiration.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel good. You feel like, you know what? Doesn't matter what
I'm
happens.
sleeping on another couch again. Fuck this shit.
bro,
I need to get my
yeah.
grind on, dog.
And if you are sleeping on the couch, it makes you feel like, you know what? I'm doing what I want.
That or you should have went to
At
DeVry.
the end of the day, bro, that should be the number one motivation. If you're doing what you want, as long as you're doing what you want, you care less about what your surroundings are. Because at the end of the day, all the stuff that we have, like, it don't matter to anybody but us. Oh, man.
Again, my boy is hitting them with the gems, man. This guy right here. Julio G in the building, y'all. This is crazy, man. This is awesome. Like, I never had a motivational comic in here.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah.
beautiful. Like, I think there should be more.
Yeah, this is what saved my life, man. This is what saved my life. Yeah, because I had many reasons. I was just like, damn, like, why is everything all this stuff? So I had to change my outlook. I had to learn that every problem has a lesson.
Yeah.
These lessons make us us.
Damn.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I mean, can we dive into the transition that you? I mean, how did you land the gig? Like where you're at now? I mean, tell the people where you at and how that's going.
Dude, all right, so like I already quit my job, right? And this is like 3 months in, and bro, if I could just touch on this, like as soon as I quit my job, I had these many like I swear to God, like the universe was like giving me gifts. like I would have these dope moments. I did a show for the homie, like we didn't even charge a regular price. He was putting on the show on his bill to thank the doctor that saved his life when COVID hit.
Oh wow!
So I was like, bro,
That's more than enough.
whatever you can, I'll go out there and do it. This is like El Centro, right? We drove out there. We're literally in the clinic, bro, and like I was like, "Where's the patients?" You know, like we're gonna lose someone. All the nurses are here, but we were like, I guess it's a private one, so they open and they close. So we were just in that room right there, and we did the show right there, and we did a clean show for him, and he loved it so much. He went up there and he said, "I'm buying a T-shirt for everybody. Whoever wants a shirt, go out." I never sold like so many at once. And that was like literally months after quitting. So I went to another place and I did my homemade Kabir scene, bro. Shout out to him. He's on like MGT and all that stuff. Yeah. Listen, he did a comedy competition. There's a casino out there that loves him. This fool's on the menus, like pushing racks. Bro, that's my boy, man. So anyway, he did comedy competition and he was giving out like $5,000.
Damn.
Yeah, him and the casino worked it out. So anyway, we showed up, bro. It was a good time, man. I got to meet so many comics from Vegas, comics that I'm friends with today, bro. Like I got to meet so many great people. And by this time, dude, I got another win right there. I tied with one of the guys that used to always bump me, bro. Like this guy was my idol. Greg Wilson, bro. Like this dude was a monster, bro. This guy teaches comedy. This guy is a monster, and I gotta like match with him on this. And for me, I was such a win. For him, it was probably a disrespect. It was a disappointment, bro. But for me, that was such a huge win, you know, because like that night, I felt like I had a lot of things against me, but I didn't let that stop me. I let the anger push me forward. You know, I went up on stage and I just branded it, bro. And I was the first one. And usually the first one doesn't get remembered by the time the 13th shows up or the 8th one, right? But I was the first, and I was like, I'm gonna make you remember me, bro. Like, that showed me like I can drive that energy out.
Right.
So I got that win. I went to Vegas. Now to answer your question, bro, I went to Vegas and I just got a hotel for a few days with my winnings. Right. What? I got a hotel for a few days and then I went to the club. I always heard, hey, come hang out at this club. This club's dope. This club treats comics good. You know, like you can go in there and they'll give you deals on the drinks. They'll give you like other places. Sometimes they'll even charge you to get in. These are like, nah, come in. Like they show you love. And went there, did the hangout, and I got lucky. One of the comics didn't show up.
Oh, you were feeling?
They didn't know. Yeah, they didn't know he was not going to be there. So this is the other way I got lucky. He told another comic, shout out Sean Reddy. All these people in my life, because I had good experience with them,
Mm.
they all helped me in my path, bro. Because
Right.
they told him to go up because this comic's not showing up, and he's like, nah, you gotta see my boy Julio.
Hell
He goes,
yeah.
if you haven't seen Julio, you see Julio.
You gonna see him
He's
today.
like, I'm here every day, man. You can see me whenever, but go see me.
Damn.
And Matt was there. He was the booker. Shout out Matt, bro. And he saw me tear it up for 15 minutes. Bro. Like I did not let that audience up. Like at this point, I was able to do jokes where I would just pop, 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 pop,
Effortless.
like a boxer.
I mean, that's
that's
how I
just,
know you
you
was
know,
just
yeah.
always just funny,
Yeah,
funny.
bro. And he saw that. As soon as I got off stage, he walked over and showed me his phone. He's like, "Are you free that week?" Gave me 6 days right off the bat. He's like, "I'll
6
book
fucking
you."
days, y'all.
Dog, like I heard stories about how long people waited to get in there,
Yeah,
dog.
chills,
You
boy.
know, I heard stories, man, and then to have this all happen. That's why I think when you choose the life you're supposed to live, the path opens.
Right.
Stuff becomes easy. You just gotta avoid the bullshit.
Right.
Avoid the shit you didn't ask.
Mhm.
You know that hot person. You know,
Right.
like or whatever.
Or that
you know,
addiction or
that
whatever.
addiction.
Yeah.
Just avoid the things you didn't ask.
Damn.
And the world opens for you, bro. Like I had so many reasons to be mad. But I wasn't mad because I'm living a life I want. You know, my drive to work was cross country, bro. Like it
Damn.
was beautiful to see the sunset, sunrise all across like Washington, Seattle, yeah, Oregon, Iowa, Kansas, Texas,
Damn.
like everywhere I drove to, bro. It was beautiful to see that. So after that, he saw how funny I was, man, and he was always kind of like supporting me after that, bro. He would book me like 3 times a year, something like that. Bring me out often.
Right,
And then anytime I was in town, he
That's
would
out
give
of
me
state.
spots.
Out of state.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because this is, I was in California by this time, but I was in the Apple Valley, so it's like a 3-hour drive, bro. If I go to LA, it's probably a 3-hour drive.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
I was like, hey, I just went to Vegas and I noticed Vegas showed so much love. So
And you
man,
just stood down here.
bro, I was at this point.
You did it. You did the 6 days?
Yeah.
Then you just
No, oh yeah. So I came
you
back
did
at
the
6
6 days.
days.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I would come back and I would do the whole week. The whole week.
Damn.
Yeah,
So it's like, hey, fuck this. Hey, I need you full time.
yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. So I had those moments, but I had this issue that came up, right? Like the house I was renting, nobody's fault, bro. Homeboy's grandma lost her pet, and she had to come into the house, and I was like too crowded now.
Damn.
So I was like, damn, I think I'm gonna go out to Texas. I almost went out to Texas.
Oh man,
I got half
would've
my
been
stuff,
pivotal.
bro. I got half my stuff out there. Yeah. For me, like
the
sometimes,
outcome probably would have been different.
bro, if it wasn't for the right people, like shout out Mike Pablo, Mel Austin, like if it wasn't for the right conversations, like I would have saw that as a loss.
Yeah.
And then that would have affected my energy and affected the outcome.
Yeah, you would have regretted it. Yeah.
I started talking to them and they reminded me again, I am doing what I love. And if I was to remember my life a year ago, or at this point, a year ago, if I was to remember my life, I hated every day.
Yeah.
Because I had to get up and do it. I had to get up and do that work.
That's the clock.
I hated it.
Right.
And now I got this freedom, bro. So now this new problem creeps in, and we have a choice. We can either grab that problem, hold on to it, and carry it around and be like, oh man, this, or we can let it go.
Right.
We can let it go and see the beauty in it.
Bro,
I was like, you know what? I get this, I get this, I get this, I get this, and I'm still doing this.
Damn, that's deep.
So, bro, all that switched me up. But then a fighter in me was just like, and it doesn't even have to be like, I reached out and I was like, bro, is there any way like I can kind of get like a few shows? And without me knowing, the guy that worked there, he was gonna retire.
Damn.
And he's
I'm
like,
telling you,
bro, I asked him for like 9 shows. I was like, bro, if you can hook me up with 9 shows a month, I think I can pay rent and I can live out there and be dope. And he's like, you know what? Let me think about it. And he comes back to me, bro, and he hits me with, how about the whole month?
Damn, fuck that. We're giving you the whole month.
Dog, I missed the message. I didn't even see it, dog. And then he hits me because I had 2 phones right now. So he hits me on the other phone, and he's like, I don't think you saw your other phone yet. And I was like, what? And I look at it, and bro, I just burst into tears.
Yeah.
It was. Remember when I told you when my mom lost her car, and I
Right.
knew something was gonna happen? This was it.
That was a blessing.
This was it.
Damn,
This
boy.
is what
You got good
I
karma
wanted
too,
to have.
dog. Like on some real
Oh,
shit. I know you don't hurt nobody or whether you used to or not, but
100,
all the shit's coming to you
dog.
because you're a good person, dog.
To
Like at the
be
end of the day.
to be 100 with you, when I was a younger kid, I was a piece of shit.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I did some dirty stuff, and I'm paying for it
Right.
with how I live my life now.
You're 100% right.
I'm like, I'm not gonna hurt anybody anymore. I'm not gonna do this anything, you know.
Shout out to you, my boy. Real talk.
That's why like I was like, everything gotta be good now. Everything gotta be good.
Right.
Yeah, I got a bobblehead that shows all the charity work and stuff like that. Like
You gotta get back. I mean, I say it's what you do with your money
oh yeah,
after you
bro.
come up. You know what I'm saying? That's to
Mhm.
me because you can either go in shambles or fuck yourself up. It's what you do with your money. You know what I'm saying?
Even before, man, you don't realize that doing something for others gives you a joy
Right.
that you can't get from satisfying yourself.
Right. I don't know about all
It's
that.
not.
But
That's a quick release, bro.
You know?
Ain't nothing further than
It was cold that night.
But yeah, bro, I did a lot of work for charities. We would do shows where we would tell the people bring in a can of food to get in.
Oh, like, yeah.
Yeah. And then we did one with peanut butter, for like homeless people. They don't have fridges. So they can't open cold stuff, right?
That
So
was
they
like for
need
people that had dogs, but
that's that quick release again.
So you do like can drives and all that?
Yeah, we used
That's
to do
dope.
it, bro.
That's
We called them DTF, donating to families.
DTF. They were like, hey, Bill, DTF.
Yeah.
I ain't donating. What kind of party is this shit? That's the beautiful thing,
Yeah,
dog. You know what I'm
bro.
saying? It's all about
Yeah.
giving back, dog, and I'm 100% of that.
Oh yeah, bro. I think we all there's a quote I heard: you can't stand neutral on a moving train.
Oof, okay.
You know what I mean? Like just because you're not causing any damage doesn't mean that you're not stopping it either.
True.
And if everybody would just help one person, and it doesn't matter how big, how small it is, but everybody just help one, nobody would need it.
Damn, that's deep.
You know, and I don't know, bro. Like we Gandhi, right? Be the change. You
Shout
wanna
out
see,
Gandhi.
right?
That's the real shit. You know
Right?
what I'm
Be
saying?
the change you
He
want
was
to
a
see.
line. He was a line like that. I like that. Inspirational.
That's that. Yeah, that's the thing that puts me forward.
World peace and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. Because I'm a humanitarian at heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have these cats for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 369. That's just what I am. I'm a humanitarian at heart, and I believe in your in what you do and how you carry yourself. It goes a long way, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause you can be a piece of shit for that first fucking first glance, and they won't fuck with you at all.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So you just be humble and be nice.
You know what? Yeah, like be proud of. Like I said, every problem's a lesson, bro.
True that.
That's why we need addicts to teach the other ones.
Not to,
Yeah, they need to go through the hell,
right,
in order to lead somebody out of it.
Mm-hmm.
See, the hell is a dark room, bro. But once you go through it and you're in the light, you're more able to help out somebody that's in than somebody that's never been through that.
No doubt.
Yeah, bro. That's why counselors, like the hardcore ones, are the ones that do shit.
No, I mean,
and they're the best ones.
Like therapists.
They're the best ones.
I gotta have a kick-ass therapist. Like you gotta be a veterano, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck is Karen gonna tell me what the fuck I've been through? I was a foster kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gotta be what the problem is, youngster. You gotta go get the thing done. So we're gonna get to the first segment of the show, man. Hey, we right here with my boy, man, in the building. Hey, Julio G's here, man. I feel shit. We're gonna do this. The first segment of this motherfucker right here, of the DrDandruff show. I call this the murder of the day. You know, so we're gonna get into it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. All right, we got
Ladies and gentlemen, September 15th. Famous death in history.
Hi, y'all. Then I turn off, getting that shit off.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Nalava Maria Bird. Phillips was a starting pitcher and outfielder who played in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League during the 1945 season for the South Bend Blue Sox. Nelda Marie Bird passed away at the age of 77. Those that don't know her, I don't know her. Famous deaths in history, man, on some real shit. Look at her baseball card. This looks like one of them bitches from what's that one movie?
Leave it
Leave It
alone, bro.
Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you that's probably what
Yeah.
had some influence on it.
Probably.
You know, so that was the murder on the
That was
state,
a
man.
big thing, yeah.
Rest in peace, Miss Melada Bird. All right, my boy, my bad. Let me get that out the way. But let's dive back into it. So now you in Vegas. Where do they got you set up at? What hotel? I mean, what resort?
Well, I perform at the Strat, and then I
Okay.
also do Planet Hollywood on Sundays. And then shout out to my boy Edwin too, man. That dude's been out here like he's one of the first like comic residents that I heard about. He's been out here for like over 7 years now, doing it every day, bro.
Whoever you know, dog, that
bro.
wants their story heard, like bring him to the Dandruff show, man. That's the real shit.
This guy has gems on the things that I'm going through, you know, because he's been at it for so long. And then he was gracious enough to you know, be like, you know what, you can have that Sunday. And then he took it out to watch the football, bro. And then he just enjoyed it because now he's with his family and stuff like that. So, yeah, man, like because of him, I get to have 8 shows a week.
Damn, 8 shows a week. 8 days, y'all, in a week.
8 shows a week, bro.
Congrats,
yeah, I've done over 450 shows, man. My 1 year anniversary, the actual start date's on the 17th for the Strat. Yeah,
you gotta give it up, man. That's real shit.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
a lot of shows, my boy,
bro.
and it's gotta just show on the stage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because you're timeless, you're effortless. Not only that, you got a message, and I think it's a beautiful thing, huh?
That's the crazy part. Like I always felt like I'm Kanye in my head, you know. Like I always felt like I'm a killer. I'm a killer every time I go on stage.
Everything I'm at, everything I am.
But now I realize there's a whole new level.
Ooh, my boy's in it. It's morphin' time.
Oh, and that's the journey. I'm enjoying it now. I mean, the repetition I get in is just mind-boggling for me.
I love it, man.
You know, I remember when I used to have like 13 shows a month, and that would be like, damn, bro, grinding, right? Now in 10 days I can do 20. that was my September, bro. Yeah, I started like I think on the second summer, and I did 10 shows.
How long has this been going on since you've been at the Strat? Like, how long have you been there? You said you do 8 shows?
Yeah, I started at the Strat September 17th, and I started at Planet Hollywood.
Oh, you said almost a year. That's right.
September 4th.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's been over a year there, and then I'm just gonna get my year. I can come down on Saturday, bro. We're gonna do the 1 year anniversary. Yeah,
I need that.
Yeah, 1 year anniversary. Come on out. Saturday, get me on my DMs. I got some few tickets.
Tell these motherfuckers on this side too.
Listen, get me on my DMs. I got some few tickets, but hit me up if you're in Vegas. Come on out, watch the show, see what all the hype's about, man. We got the best club ever, LA Comedy Club. They got that $20 all you can drink if you're local. And if you're not local, bro, it's 25. Dog.
You know what I'm saying?
That is the best. Like I've never, bro.
That's just good. I mean, I got some questions.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the hottest right now in the game? You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? Because I know you said Kevin Hart earlier. Like, what do you think? Like,
you know what's the trip now? The internet tells me. Like whenever I go on IG Reels, I see let's see, Matt Wright. Ralph
Barbosa.
Yeah, and what's jumping in my feed right now, bro? I mean, those are the two that stick out in my mind right now, bro.
You like
and then even my homies like a Concrete Jerry.
Oh, Concrete's funny. Shout out Concrete,
bro. Yeah. Like damn, bro. I never met Concrete,
funny,
bro. But Jesus and Jerry Garcia, those are my boys, man. I see them killing it.
Oh, dang.
They're killing it, bro. And then
I got Jamario McLean coming in here too. Shout out my boy Jamario McLean.
Shout out to this fool too, man. Everybody on that, bro. Like no, that TV show on Hulu, dog. Like everybody, Frankie in there working on that shit, bro. Like
King Jonas, you talking about? My primo's on that show.
Bro,
yeah,
that's a funny show, man. I love that they're doing it. I love that they're doing it, bro. Like, cause that shows that like it's coming out one.
Oh, you know, they got the season 2 coming out, right?
Yeah, no, it's already out.
Is it already?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, shout out. Yeah,
hey, everybody jump on. Don't sleep on that one. Jump on that.
I'll be on Hulu. I'll be on Hulu soon. You know, I got we're filming for our TV show as well, so be on the lookout for Shoot the Pitch, Roll the Clip, our improv comedy, and you know we do skits. You know, like funny crazy skits. You know, Spanky Hayes on it. We got Marty Gibbs. We got
yeah.
fucking Big Worm. You know what I'm saying? So shout out my boy Pays on Love, and it's gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? So what do you got next, my boy? I mean, what do you got next?
Ooh.
Well, I mean, what do you see yourself? You see yourself at the Stratosphere for
This is my
another year?
this is my thing. I'm gonna squeeze this in as much as I can. Bro. Are you kidding me? Because I'm not tied. I'm not tied into here. You know, like that's
Right.
that's the dope part. I'm still touring.
Right.
You know, I'm still touring. So next I got South Padre Island, Texas.
Okay.
I'll be out there, bro.
What day is it?
Dope. That's September 21st.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be. So I'm looking forward to that. But right now, I'm on vacation, bro.
Hey,
That song
getting
like 30
paid,
minutes, dog.
motherfucker.
Hey.
Getting
I'm on
paid.
vacation.
Hey, he's on vacation, bro.
Yeah, every
Let's see.
single day, bro.
Let's get into these motherfuckers. What we got in the comments, man? We got Frankie Contreras said, "What up? I send mine's hometown. All love, San Fernando Valley. That's
Hell
what's up.
yeah.
My boy Devil Boy in the
San
building. What
Fernando.
up? Haha. Hey, that shirt is dope. I
Hey,
need one. We'll tell you where to get one.
Subway.com, bro.
Hey, Subway.com. Fullman209 says, "What's good, Dandruff? I'm out. I just tapping in to show some love and support, Mr. Dr. Dan. Thank you, man. Queen Rio's the beautiful says amazing interview and inspirational. Santa Record says saludos to you both. So that's what's good. That's what's good. I mean, you know, we're getting a little what's some more shit. You know what I'm saying? We're getting into our shit. I love the merch. I love what you're pushing. And
thank you.
you know, so what else you got besides the thongs and the
Oh, bro, we
and
got
then
like
the six-
aprons. I got onesies for babies, dog. I can
Look at
fit
the little
the newborn to a
16.
2-year-old, bro. And then we got the baby t-shirts all the
I
way
need
up
one
to
of those
5,
motherfuckers.
bro.
The button in the
Yeah. We get the adult ones, bro. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But we got those t-shirts, a bunch of tanks right now. But if you go on the website, we got a bunch of crazy stuff. Scrunchies with the Subway all over it.
That's dope.
We got a dress. It looks like green polka dots, but when you get it up real close,
It's all the
they all say,
Subways.
it's just a Subway, bro.
Grinding, baby.
Yeah,
Grinding.
yeah, man. I had to jump. Yeah, so that website helped me out a lot right there.
He's a real hustler, y'all. I was hoping for a shirt. I was like, shit. I get one.
But yeah, that's my goal now. The dream was next. You know, like I got a few, pots in the fire, but I'm taking it slow.
I've been hearing through the grapevine, though. I've been hearing through the grapevine. Are you gonna start a podcast?
We'll see, bro. That could be one of the pots, man.
That's good, y'all. Hey, you guys never know. It's the real shit.
Maybe dropping gems daily, bro.
In the building, man. That's the real shit, dog.
Let's learn together, man.
You know what I'm saying? All right. I already asked you the famous three, best three you like. Are you into acting or anything? Like, I mean, would you be down to like jump on TV shows?
Sometimes I feel like that on stage. Like I try to if my bits like has anger to it, I try to be like angry on stage and all that. Like that's definitely a little bug in the ear. Right, like the acting part, the skits, even the directing, the hey, shoot it this way, be over here, make sure you see this and that. Like even that part right there. I think content creating,
That's everything.
That's that next step, bro.
Nah, fuck it, yeah. All right, let's get into this. Another question.
Yeah.
When have you ever
bombed?
When have you ever bombed? Like, when you remember like bad, when you're like, damn, what the fuck was I thinking?
I had. I'll tell you this. I had quiet moments a lot. They're still like listening politely and stuff. And it just felt like dying, right? But then really bombing was at a concert.
Like boom,
this is like quiet, the 2020.
I'll take quiet over boom. Get this fucker out of here.
It was probably like about 2000 maybe 2000 there.
That's a long time. My boy's effortless right now.
This is an oldies concert, guys. This is an oldies concert. Now supporting the homie. And the homie was like, yo, bro, I'm gonna throw you up there. Like the band needs like 30 minutes to get ready.
We're waiting for Stadio to get here.
So I went up there for like 20, I think it was like 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
But they started booing right at 17. And here's the thing, bro. Everybody sitting in the front, they love me because they were able to sit down and watch the show. But then everyone in the back was like thinking, I guess,
Where the fuck is Al Green at?
bro, I guess they're thinking like the music's not happening because I gotta do my shit. And I'm just like, nah, bro, like there's no music.
That's like waiting on the handicap person on the bus. You're like, God damn it, this is gonna take forever.
Bro, yeah. I still went up. I still did my thing. You know, I kind of felt like Bill Burr. Like there's this famous video of Bill Burr going through it. I just wasn't as funny.
That shit is hilarious. Bill Burr's a fool.
That video's famous, bro. For that, yeah, he's just going off from Philadelphia, bro. Like, but anyway, that right there was like the hardest one. But then that don't matter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You have another crowd, yeah.
That's what I realized because like
you can say one thing to one crowd, and then they'll be like, "What the fuck?" And then another crowd will be like,
I mean,
that
experience sticks with you until you get the good one. Once the good one hits, then you're like, all right.
I redeem myself. Hey, catch me on the second round, bitch. I'm better.
Situations like comedy doesn't belong everywhere.
True.
You know what I mean? Like there's
like at a funeral.
Yeah.
Hey, my boy got the funeral, dog. Like,
I know, bro. Hey, you want to do the funeral? I did a funeral. That's funny. It was a celebration of life, dog. You know, I was in it was actually pretty cool, man, because I was out in Seattle. Mm-hmm. I was out in Seattle this time, right? Like I booked. This is how I would do my hustle, bro. I would book one show and then another show like a week out. And I had a friend who was like, "Yo, you can stay with us as long as you want."
Oh, you were off.
And then we had another friend that was like, "Same thing." So I would go out there, and then in between those shows, I would hit up every club, do every open mic. Like I was an open micer, like.
You were killing open mics.
But
I bet you're.
So every time they
go there like you're nobody, and then just go to the stage and like, this motherfucker is not leaving Seattle.
Hell yeah!
You think he's still in Vegas?
I was so good. They had me do the funeral.
Dude, you're gotta be a cold motherfucker on the stage. Hey man, cheer these people up, man.
I know,
it was my tío
Cuco. They can do it.
My tío Cuco's gone.
The only one that's here right now and willing to take the 200. Yeah, bro, they pay me to do it. It was like a celebration of life, and I think that was dope. That they all went to the comedy club, so it was actually at a comedy club. That's what kind of like made me do it. And then they had like a little thing with his pictures and stuff, bro. And like the whole family, everyone was white, bro. Like I don't know what was Mexican, bro. I think there was a few black people in there, but everyone was white, and they had that camo. You know that camera? They looked like they were. I looked like I was in a forest, bro. Like everyone had that tree. And we were able to kind of just like. I think I was the perfect person for that,
right?
You know, because I experienced like that 1 year before the car accident. Mm-hmm. I lost my dad, my god, and my girlfriend, and my cousin. All within 1 year. All within 1 year, bro. Like literally, the anniversary was like 1 day before when I lost my father and my dad. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I know how to handle being there. Mm-hmm. You know, because I went through those experiences.
Right.
And I know how to flip it. So I felt like I went up there and I did good.
Right.
Like I felt I went up there and I did get them great service. They were laughing, like they were having a good time.
It was a celebration of life.
Oh yeah. And then at the end they went up and they started talking about it. Like they started, saying all their stories and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a great experience.
Yeah. First look, it's like it's crazy, but at the end of the day, it's true. I don't want nobody to cry at my funeral. Celebrate my life.
Yeah, that's what he wanted. Yeah. He loved going to the comedy club, so that's why I did it. So I got honored that I was, able to be blessed with that. Yeah, nobody else took it, but
just like they were, I am too, my boy. That's real shit. I appreciate you, man. Hey, so we got the show.
Yes, sir.
The show this Saturday would be your year anniversary.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up, y'all, on some real shit.
Yeah, we're gonna do it a day early. We got the World Series of Comedy coming into the LA Comedy Club.
That's gonna be crazy.
So that's gonna start on Sunday. So I'm doing my 1 year anniversary on Saturday, and it's an open invite, bro. If you're local, I want to meet you, man. I'm gonna be out here every day. So every time your family comes out, I want to be the guy that entertains them.
Can I just be the guy that heckles the hecklers? Yeah. I'm the best roaster. I'm DrDandruff. I'll get on your head.
Anybody that says
I'll get on your head.
Bro.
That's why they call me Dandruff. No, look at you. I'm gonna pull up on some real shit. So The Stratosphere. Go ahead and say your time
Yeah.
when you're up there and everything.
Listen, Stratosphere, the show is called a happy hour.
Okay.
And I say we are the best way to start your night in Vegas, man. It starts at 6:00. Doors open 5:30, but we are the best way to start your night. You can show up, bro, do the show, get the all you can drink, and then be fine, buzz, and like do everything else. And
I heard it here.
this is daily, bro. Every day. I know you have a day off if you work out here, but I don't.
Damn.
You don't see me, bro.
God forgives, but I don't. My boy in the building, man. Some real shit. Julio G, man. It was a pleasure, my boy. Some real shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might do a little something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna see you Saturday and let's see what we can do.
Bro.
Get that podcast going.
Man.
You got any questions?
Oh, hell yeah.
Your boy. I'm here now.
My interest now.
I'm here,
bro.
baby
I
boy.
love this, man. Shout out to everybody supporting my boy, bro. Like this is why we do it, man. These are our soldiers, bro. These are the ones pushing us forward. So yeah, man. Thank you, guys.
So where can everybody find you before we get up out of here, man?
OG Comedy on Instagram. Look me up on that. If you got Facebook, then do the facebook.com/Subway. You find me on that, man.
And to get your merch.
And then to get the merch, Subway.com.
That is own shit,
Subway.com. We got all kinds of styles, all kinds of colors. You can get it in pink, bro.
Damn. Y'all heard it here first.
Yeah, man.
On the Dandruff Show, baby.
Up, man. That's word of mouth right there, bro. Blow that up.
Hey, baby boy, it's a pleasure, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr.
Now
Dan.
that I know you from a different level, beautiful soul, man. I'm real shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not just making people laugh. You're changing lives, my boy. At the end of the day, I took a lot of inspiration just from you, and it was an honor. It was an honor. On some real shit, dog. I appreciate you.
Bro. I'll be back, bro. I'll
Hey,
be
we'll
back.
be back.
Yeah, you won't
Y'all
get
heard
rid of me now.
Y'all heard it, motherfucker. But we came, we saw, we conquered. Dr. Dandruff in the building with my boy Julio G. We about this motherfucker. Thank you guys for stopping by. Subscribe. Please like the Dandruff Show. Get a player, monetize for one. Grind. Let's go.
Hell yeah, bro.
Thank you for tuning in to the Dr. Dandruff Show, bringing you the finest of entertainment to the players, the pimps, and these motherfucking owls. Stars piling from miles around just to see how Dr. Dandruff be putting it down. For any questions or to get your own interview, DM Dr. Dandruff today on IG. Again, that is Dr. Dandruff on IG. For the best interviews, roasts, and just acting a motherfucking fool. Tune in to the Dr. Dandruff podcast right here on YouTube. Dr. Dandruff out here, baby. Dr. Dandruff out here, baby. Dr. Dandruff out here.